Hey, what's up guys, ELP Modeling here, and today we are looking at Revell's latest release, the BMW i8. And of course I'll start off by showing you the decals that are included in the kit. You get a multitude of number plates, all of them being vanity plates as well, of course. There's an 8 on almost every one, I think. You also get wing mirror, decals, various BMW badges, all of the interior ones which are nice, and all of the blue ones as well. That could have been quite a pain to paint. So thanks Revell for that. And of course you do get various other little bits and pieces in there as well. Now I was so excited to get it out of the box. I didn't pay any attention on how the sprues were laid out, so I couldn't get it back in the box. So it's going to be a little bit different than the normal videos, but I'll do my best, guys. So let's get started with the body. Now as you'll see, the doors are not attached. I will get onto that a little bit later for you guys. There are mould lines running from the front to the back, and all the way across and down this sort of C-pillar area and along this rear arch as well. The body is moulded very nicely indeed. Apart from those mould lines, there doesn't appear to be any sink marks or anything like that, so it's, you know, very nicely moulded. And it's black, of course, so it's incredibly difficult to show you on camera, but there is your body. Now I will go on to your wheels next. This will highlight the only problem so far that I can find with the kit, in that the wheels are slightly undersized and the tyres are a little bit too big, which gives the impression that the wheels are too small. On the same sprue you have your headlight backings, the kidney grills, rear view mirror I presume, even though there's a decal for it, unless that's for something else. And now I'll show you what these wheels look like under the body. Now, prepare to be disappointed, guys. This is the only thing that I can find wrong with the kit so far. There you have it. Now, again, it's difficult to show you because the body is black, but they just look maybe 2 inches too small. And it would have been nice if Revell gave us the Cyclone wheels. Now, on to some body parts and interior parts. We have your dashboard. Couple of other little bits and pieces. The rear seats are separate as well. That's your rear luggage area that the flap can actually open. Got some drive shafts there and some window wipers. Number plate. And there's the rear that can be lifted up, I believe. And then we've got your scuttle panel, boot, and then your front bumper. Rear bumper, I do apologise about that. There's your rear bumper. We've also got the steering column and steering wheel. Now, the details are pretty good. Like I said, so far the only thing letting it down are the wheels and tyres. Now on to a few more separate pieces, i.e. interior and exterior. You've got some gas struts there for the boot, your centre console, brakes with some nice detailing on there. Then you've got those separate rear seats that I mentioned. And then your side skirts, I believe. They're either the side skirts or the bits that go on the top. I'm not entirely sure, but there is your rear engine cover. That, of course, opens up. And again, apologies for this, guys. Everything is in black, so it's incredibly difficult to show you. But we have your engine, radiator, every single thing is separate on this. You can build this with a separate chassis, so you could have the body on its own and the chassis all constructed. But that is very nice indeed. Now on to some chassis parts. Those pieces I showed you earlier were the side skirts, because those are the sort of flaps that go over the top on the rear of the car. You've then got your suspension there, steering arm, and your separate wheel arches. Various hubs as well, subframe, suspension as well. There are lots of parts to this, guys. Now on to another piece which has your gorgeous headlining in with wonderful details as well, with the sun visors. And moving on to the doors that I mentioned about earlier. Now these tabs here will need to be cut off if you are building it with the doors shut. If you want to do it with the doors open, you will of course leave them on. So that is a decision you're going to have to make before building, unless you want to adapt it for the doors to be able to open and close on their own. Out of the box, it won't do that. You have to build it either or either. So that's a decision you're going to have to make before, cracking on with prepping the body. But all in all, it is very, very nice indeed. The door cards do glue onto the inside of those. Speaking of which, here they are. Beautifully detailed. There's the front bonnet vent, and you have your separate wing mirrors, of course, which do have a nook out of the doors for you to insert, which is great. The backs of the seats. And then here is your interior tub. Every single thing is separate, of course, which is great. It makes detailing the interior so much easier. Now we have your seats. Again, nicely detailed. Extremely hard to show you because it is black. And then there is your front bumper. All nicely detailed, of course. Now I've got 2 screws left to show you guys. First of the 2 is your chassis, which I'm actually let down by the fact that it's licensed by BMW. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's printed on that side of the kit. That side of the chassis, which isn't great really. And there you have it. It makes it look very toy-like with that on. It should have been on the other side. But of course there are stipulations if you're going to get licensing for a model, but there you have it. It's very, very nice indeed. A really, really cool kit. Pedals and some more struts. And your final piece, of course, are your clear parts, which are always kept in their bags, guys. It keeps them all nice and sexy. You've got the side windows, rear window, your windscreen, and then you've got the headlight covers and various other little bits and pieces as well. It's an incredibly detailed kit. You could go nuts on this if you wanted. Out of the box, it's going to be great. There are 2 things that let it down for me, really. The writing on the chassis is a minor thing. It's not difficult, you just sand it off, but the biggest thing are the wheels and tyres. I think Revell dropped the ball on this a little bit. They've come away from using 2-piece wheels to 1-piece, which is great, but they're just too small, unfortunately. I'm hoping there will be a detail set that is released for this, but only time will tell. So let me know what you think then, guys. That is the BMW i8 by Revell. Feel free to leave a comment and come follow me on Instagram and take a look at the Facebook page or the website. I'll see you soon, guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.